Gotta have the disclaimer just because we're all professional black men. Whatever that person is selling or whoever the guests come on here and promote, that is just their products. We are not promoting it. We just want them to share their platforms, and you can check it out for your own use. That's the asterisk after that.
This is two shy guys a mile high. Cue the damn music.
If you gonna go that route, aim, shoot for the stars. Like, you can't stop somebody what they want to do. Like, you can just train, hope your best, but hey, it's tough out here. It's tough out here. It's tough.
Man, I think that was the perfect segue, man, to what we gonna do today. We just came just straight hot mic right up in there, you know what I'm saying? But we got something going on really special. This is your boy WB, come fly with me of Two Shy Guys a Mile High. And we got a special guest in the house, you know what I'm saying? We've had one guest collectively as a podcast before, but this is our second guest. But he is an important cog and key to the essential operation. He is an essential worker for us. He does a lot of good stuff on the backside to make us sound dope, make us sound very professional, as they say. That's about a lot of feedback we be getting. But the one, the only, my frat brother, MarcuCertified.
Certified on the
Yo,
track.
what's good, y'all? This is Marcus. You know, Marcus Hughes. If you want a full name, you can look me up. You know, everything is on Instagram, American Dream 3, and I also go by MarcuCertified as my producer, audio engineer name. So, you know, if you ever need some producer engineer needs, holla at your boy. But first, I do want to thank these gentlemen here for having me on the podcast. Without them in my business repertoire, like, they have pretty much are like the catalyst of like starting my businesses off, because they show faith into me. Like, they pretty much put their trust into me, having that their podcast is in my hands, like doing the background work, making sure the audio sounds good, just making sure it sounds good for the fans. So if things sound bad, please let them know, and they will tell me. So, but again, I want to thank you gentlemen for real, because like y'all pretty much have working on y'all podcast has gotten me other clients pretty much. Like that.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
So I just want to thank y'all, but go ahead. I don't want to take over.
Yeah, no, you good. That's what you're here to do. You got. I mean, we want the guests to really highlight their own stories, their own opportunities, and just be authentic. That's the type of vibe we want to feel. And this episode, we just want to talk about entrepreneurship and just everything in general, what's been going on lately. And you hit on a lot of solid points, but the key takeaway right there also was just how to build a community. By me knowing you through the fraternity and putting the trust out there and say, hey, I do music. I was like, you ever do a podcast? He's like, nope. But he's like, I'm willing and able to do it. So just to try and experiment with that. And then, my Drip Chronicles and somebody else who's going to introduce his name later, but Al came through and I brought it to them. They're like, all right, we're open for the opportunity. So just trying to grow a community at the end of the day, because we can all lift each other up and we can all use our skills to go ahead and just elevate ourselves at the end of the day.
And supporting black business, of course. You know what I'm saying? Supporting our own, like, you the homie, so why not go to you if we need audio? You know what I'm saying? We need you to mix up the tracks and keep us sounding good, for the listeners. So it's always a pleasure, you know what I'm saying? We enjoy working with you, and it's a pleasure to have you on the platform as well, man, just to understand, like, your story and the things that you got going on. We know you're an entrepreneur in yourself. Yep. And, you know what I'm saying, you bring a repertoire of different skills and stuff to the group. So, we appreciate you being here, man.
Yes, sir. And that's what it's about, man. And we wouldn't be where we are, right, without your expertise coming in and showing us how to kind of be present here and not worry about, making mistakes, or just, just being, like you said, we can be authentic. We can really get the content out to our listeners and our community of this is what we're really about, and you're able to help us capture that. So, I mean, it's Two Shy Guys a Mile High plus, you know what I'm saying? And so we're here talking about entrepreneurship and talking about the mindset of just how did you get started, you know what I'm saying, and just the journey of music production, because through this journey of Two Shy Guys a Mile High, we've seen you grow as well. And so, like Will was saying, we gotta have you on the podcast, bro, because people need to understand it's not just us here. We have a fourth member as well, and that's the one who keeps us all together as well. And so, just tell us a little bit about your background, as much as you want to go into, man. And we having fun with this one, man. So
Okay, So I'll give y'all
a treat, not a trick.
Quick little recap of about pretty much like a little snapshot of my life till this point right now. So originally I'm from born and raised Omaha, Nebraska. And I know you're probably thinking like Nebraska, like what's out there? Were you like on a farm or something like that? No, Omaha's the actual city and whatnot. So check it out. So shout out to Omaha.
Touchdown passes being Thomas.
But so pretty much grew up in Omaha. 18, went to college, Arizona State University. Was down there for about 4 years. Graduated, got my Bachelor of Arts into Design Studies. So, and then while I was in school there, I kind of had this concept in my head about getting into like the video game design industry. So I was a big time gamer back then. You know, I was like, you know what? I like to play video games a lot, so why not get paid of doing what I love? Like, who wants to work a job just to like be like, you know, bored or whatnot? I'm gonna be able to like enjoy my job and whatnot. So pretty much went to school for that. And then I told myself, you know, I was like, either I'm gonna move to California or Washington. And at the time, California was a little too expensive, like for my budget at the time. But Washington was another little opportunity because like, they had like, you know, Microsoft up here, Nintendo, a whole bunch of game companies. So I had literally no job up here. I knew nobody up here outside of like just the noobs up here and whatnot. So I told myself, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna move to Washington. I'm gonna pack up my car, just move to Washington. I think at the time I was working at Macy's. So I had a part-time. I was able to transfer my part-time gig up here just to help, something temporary, just to have some type of rent money in my pocket and whatnot. So I pretty much packed up my car, moved up here, drove up here by myself from Phoenix to up here. So that was about a 24-hour drive, but I took a stop at San Francisco though. Came up here. So I saw there was a job opening at Nintendo of America, and I remember seeing it on Facebook. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and jump on this because this is my opportunity to, you know, make things happen and whatnot. So came up there, pretty much I filed my application right there and then. What I did then is I actually called Nintendo and was like, hey, I kind of lied and gamed the system. Sometimes you got to, like, you know, make sure that people know you're interested in the job. Like, I'm not a person where I just like to sit back, put my resume out there and just hope things happen. Right. That's not going to happen. Like that, I'm not sure if it happens for y'all, but for me, I'm over there. Send my resume. I'm going to call you. I'm going to send you an email. Boom. You can go up in the building and shake your hand or something like that. So,
entrepreneurial mindset.
So pretty much I sent my resume and I called them up and I was like, hey, did you guys get my resume? Because I didn't get the little email confirmation, but I did though. But I introduced myself. She was like, you know what? Hold on one second, hold, please hold. She put my resume. She said, oh, this is perfect. Actually, what are you doing tomorrow? And let me remind y'all, I was only in Washington for about 3 days.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
Hey. So I hate people like, I can't find no job. I can't find it. I was like, I found a corporate job in 3 days, even though it was seasonal, but I got my foot in the door.
Yeah. But that initiative though.
Perform right there.
Yeah.
But that initial initiative though, let's not glaze over that for the listeners, man. That persistence and that initiative
exactly
kept you in the running. But go ahead. I just want to keep sure we stay on those points.
So pretty much that pretty much got me up here to Washington. So I did my whole little corporate gig, you know, at Nintendo of America, which was a blessing, like being behind the scenes, seeing like how the games is made, really like, you know, just kind of seeing like I was playing games before they was even out, like a whole year before they was even out yet. Wow. So but kind of like, you know, like getting the whole corporate field, which, you know, is kind of thing that I thought I wanted to do. So at the time at Nintendo, I kind of started noticing the corporate, like y'all in the corporate world, so I kind of know the little corporate game and stuff. It's like, okay, you work really hard, you might get promoted. So it's like, oh, I'm working really hard. Like they're pretty much, you know, saying, okay, Marcus, we want you to train all these new people, blah, 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 but they ain't promoting me. So I'm just like, okay, like, I'm doing all this work for this same pay. Like, okay, they're going to promote me or not. And it's okay, we'll promote you. A month go by, 2 months go by. I was like, okay, I feel like I'm in a little circle. So I was like, you know what, I gotta leave this job. So thankfully, at the time, one of my old coworkers in Nintendo, she transferred to this other little marketing agency job, which, you know, I applied for that job, and then I got that job deal too as well, which I was kind of doing more of my my degree background, which is a little bit more marketing and pretty much marketing and merchandise management type of stuff. So I was doing that for that company, which I was a program coordinator, so I kind of got to see how pretty much the company ran. So I was pretty much at the company. It was my time to kind of see how every single department kind of works. So I kind of started sitting back and say, okay, let me see how the finance department works. I picked up some game from there. Okay, let me see how the shipping department works. Picked out some game from there. All right, let's see how, what the CEO does. Let me get 5 minutes of this time just to see what he does, So I'm pretty much, while I'm there, I'm kind of picking little pieces off their playbook to kind of break off to my own playbook.
Exactly.
So I told myself, you know what? I'm doing pretty well at this company. Like, they pretty much trusted me, gave me the company car. I'm over here flying out, meeting clients and whatnot and everything. It's the dream job. I was pretty much, it was a set, cushy job. But I'm over here still doing the same little thing. Like, okay, I'm doing all this extra work, but like they're not promoting me in the company. And I can't see myself doing this. Like, who wants to sit in a cubicle for like 30 years just be in a cubicle? Like, unless my whole myself is like, unless my name's gonna be on the company, like I'm the owner, y'all can't afford me because like
what you bringing to the table.
Exactly. Yeah. And the thing is like I'm over here getting frustrated because it's like people are newer than me getting these promotions. I was like, okay, like I've been on this account for so and so years. I ain't got a promotion yet. So it's a time where it's like I started making beats and when I started working at BDA, which is the merchandise company, that's when I started making beats and getting into the whole audio engineering game. So during this whole like a little 5-year period, I'm over here making beats and stuff and like on the side. So eventually I said, you know what? I kind of want to take my skills into the whole music industry and see if I can go from there. Because people saying, your beats is good. I did a couple of beat battles, sold a couple of beats. You know what? Let's try this thing out. Because the corporate world, I'm not trying to be stuck in this little circle.
Little hamster wheel.
Exactly. Type of feeling.
Wow.
So
man, it was just a lot of key takeaways from there. I think just you good, brother. People need to hear this because they don't get to hear you. You behind the scenes, so we need to get your voice out there too. But it's just the biggest takeaways about just making sure that you know your worth and you're continuing to evaluate your situation to see, okay, am I getting what I need out of my job? You have to really take it and get control of your own career. And at the same time, figuring out, all right, if this is how it's going to be, I'm in perfect opportunities to get a lot of knowledge that I can apply to my own stuff and my own game and what I have going on. And if you can get so caught up into the day-to-day of work and them telling you what to do and you just checking out and be more of a robot instead of say like I'm in an opportune place to take a lot of skills that I can really put into my own life to make my own life better. So my name can be on the building instead of somebody else's name be on the building.
Right.
Yeah, which is to me it's totally fine. Working for somebody, that's totally fine. But that's to me is just like it was a point where I don't want to say this, but I can't be staying in the office for like 8 hours. Like to me, that's like feeling like prison. Like I got to be able to go as I please. I'm not clocking in. Either you're gonna pay me this revenue that you need to be able to trust me because I'm a person where my work ethic is gonna like I don't know. It's like I'm working 3 times harder than everybody. I'm coming in the building at 6 in the morning. Like I'm a morning person, so I'll get back at 4 o'clock. That's no problem, chief. Like no coffee. Let's go and what you want to do.
Right.
So I'll get in there early. Pretty much work. But at the time, I was like, you know what? It's time for me to like either they're gonna promote me or I'm quitting. So what happened is they promoted 2 people and not me. So I'm like, you know what? I guess this is that time. So it's kind of crazy because like right as I was about to leave, the HR department actually had an interview with me about giving me promotion. So, but at the point I'm checked out.
Yeah, you're done.
I'm checked out and whatnot. So I had my little resume. What's not resume, but my little letter of resignation. So I was like, went to the meeting. I was like, before we even start, here you guys go. And she was like, oh my God, what's going on? I was like, I've been here for X amount of years. Like I haven't been promoted. Blah 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 blah. I feel kind of defeated inside, so I'd rather just take my chances on myself versus
yourself.
Because at the end of the day, my thing is like business is always going to be a corporate gig or some type of job somewhere. So I can always find a job, like that's no problem. But it's like I'd rather invest into myself and fail in myself first before I
do for somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. Before it's too late, because like I want to be 65 and then there you go live life.
Message.
Like to me, that's not gonna work. I'm retiring at 35. I'm put this on record. Like I'm retiring at 35. Like I'm a person where I like to make things happen. Like I told you I was gonna work at a video game company. It took me 3 days to do that. I'm trying to be doing my shit right now. I'm
He about that action.
Yeah, I'm about that action. Like people like I said, to me in my mindset, where it's like people, it's either you make things happen or you just wait for things to happen. I'm gonna make something happen because I'd rather be told no versus waiting for this person just to bless me. Like,
Wow.
like a closed mouth don't get fed. It's just simple. Do you want this? Yes or no? If it's a no, cool. Step to the side. Let the next person come through. To me, that's my mindset.
What I like about that is you stick to the script. What you see happening, you make it manifest, and that's
Stick it to the script.
You don't hit a lot of just a lot of points of entrepreneurship there that you just probably had it in you. You know what I'm saying? As far as the action piece, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Go ahead.
How did you feel in your mind when you got to the point where it's like, okay, I'm gonna write this letter of resignation? Because I know it's like a leap of faith almost. Like, so what was going through your head at that point?
That was a scary moment right there, because it's like, okay, I already know it's gonna work out. Like, I had my little 401k to sit on and whatnot, so I'm just like, still, it's like, this is a big step. Like, I'm about to have no job. Like, it's about to be all on me. But I kind of was like, you know what? I'd rather fail, or better example, I'd rather be destitute working for myself versus a millionaire working for somebody else. That's type of like, there's not enough money in the world for me to work for somebody else. Like, we could partner up and consult, and here's my fee. Do you pay it, or I'm out the window? Right. But there's no like, I can't work for nobody. I just, that don't sit well with me. Like, I don't know. Everybody's built differently, so y'all follow your own path. But it's nothing wrong with being a worker. But me, I gotta build my own. I'd rather have multiple companies, because none of the billionaires and trillionaires that I be reading about, they don't have a 401k. Like, they have all these businesses, they have investments, they kind of diversify their funds. Their time is money to them. Like, I can't be sitting at 8 hours. My time is too valuable, because honestly, what do we need to be sitting, like, the corporate world, it's like, why do we need to be in the office for 8 hours? There's no point. Like, I could do my job in I was doing my job in 4 hours, really. 2 hours, but I'm the type of person where I kind of work smarter and not harder. But the thing about the entrepreneur life, I ain't gonna lie, this shit is very, very tough. Like, because it's a lot of days where you're down, but when you hit on your good days, it's the best feeling. Like, it's better than any drug, better than any, like, it could be a $1 sale, but it's like, damn, it's like, that's my $1 sale. Like, somebody wants to spend money on me, like, dang, it's like, they got faith in me to put money in me. So it's like, if somebody's willing to give me $1, I can at least talk to many people to get $1 million. That's only $1 per person. So it's easy to make money being an entrepreneur. But, it's a lots of ups and downs. But it takes people like y'all to have faith in me, like, to help me believe in myself that I can actually do this and stuff. So I just want to thank y'all again for having faith in me. So.
But the thing is, you put out quality work, and quality work gets paid for.
This makes paper. It's always shout out to E40. I think I stole that from him. But this makes paper though. So like I said, the longer we're working with, because this is like, I don't know what episode number this is, but we've been putting in some episodes, so I kind of like know like how I pretty much know the flow of the show. So it's like, y'all make me better, I make y'all better. So
for real,
teach me
from where it started to where it is now, like the upgrade in terms of the game that we're out here, trying to spit and trying to bring people together and
just
and
understand
these connections, man. Because you can now, since MarcuCertified is here, you can be like, hey, Two Shot Guys a Mile High, can you hook me up with MarcuCertified so he can help me with my podcast?
Exactly.
It's about building that bridge between, the connections we can make all within the black businesses.
And this community.
Black lives, and just getting our stuff and propelling our stuff.
Yes, sir.
Buying into ourselves, raising our communities and stuff, and we already know you, so why not?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, let me, if you don't mind, though, I just... Do we gotta talk about that mindset, bro? You know what I'm saying? How was you able to just keep going, right? Because perseverance is one key trait of entrepreneurship. Perseverance, you talked about it a lot. Consistency, you know what I'm saying? Community. These are just key things, and without you even probably knowing it, you felt it in you, right? You were like, hey, this is not for me. This is not where I'm getting, my energy from. I'm doing better. Like I said, investing in myself versus, and this is corporate America, right? So this is white, white privilege, 80%. Come on, it's like you're not represented there, like you representing yourself. You see what I'm saying? So you were able to get out of that thinking of, I need this particular company, or I have to rely on this particular entity to do things. You were relying on yourself and your skills.
Self-sufficiency is key in my book. Like, I'm a very self-reliant person. It's like, even when I was working in the corporate world, it's like, I don't have the patience to wait 2 days to get a simple response back from your department. So that's why I was like, okay, let me see what finance is doing, because I need to know what their job is, because like, it don't take 2 days to pull an invoice to me. And they'd be like, 48 hours. 48 hours? No, I need it right now. It's too late. So people like, Marcus, like, you're so fast. I'm like, I'm doing my work already. I'm sitting there like just waiting for emails and stuff. It's like I don't want to be sitting there stuck, but I don't know, like staying the whole like just having faith in myself. It's like I kind of celebrate the small wins. So being an entrepreneur, it's like any win you get is a big win. So and again, like they do add up too. So you just gotta celebrate the small wins. I would say kind of just kind of making a schedule for yourself to be on point, like because like I said, everything you're doing in the corporate world, you can apply that to your entrepreneur path on whatever business you're trying to go down. Like you just take whatever you're doing there and apply it to your own thing. So if you have to go work early, wake up early and do whatever you gotta do. Like it's to treat yourself like a business, because it's like you're only gonna get as much result as you put into the business itself. So you can sit back and watch Netflix all day. Cause people are like, "Oh, what you doing all day?" I'm like, "I get up at 4:30, work out. I do work on some beats. I work on podcast stuff. I have another business where I'm not sure if you guys are friendly about it, but
it's your business. Go ahead.
So I pretty much I'm in the marijuana industry too as well. I kind of sell these paraphernalia pipes or accessories to help you enjoy your pre-rolls or your blunts or your cigars and whatnot. So I kind of wholesale those to multiple stores, like and pretty much around the U.S. I'm international too as well, which is kind of crazy. Like this podcast again has invested to me back when I was brand new, and I have over 10 different stores I'm in international. I got 3 different sales reps, like, and this is like still like a year and some change into it.
Yep.
So it's just like, think about it. Like if I was still stuck in my old job answering emails, I couldn't.
Speak on
none of this would have been fruition.
Speak on it.
How long has it been? Like, since
so,
you up with the plug?
Yeah. So okay. So like when I put my little resignation in, like the company pretty much freaked the F out. Like the CEO was like that night wrote me an email, was like, before you quit, I need 5 minutes of your time. So I was like, okay. So I'm ringing bells like that.
Yes,
I
sir.
guess I'm ready to take this leap of faith about myself and whatnot. So I had a meeting with him and everything. And he was just like, hey, like, what's up? I'm just like, hey, like, I told him my story. He was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. And then he was like, you know what? They even offered me to work there part-time and my full pay. I was like, it's not enough. I was like, my time is too valuable. I was like, I'm just done. I don't want to half-ass y'all and give my other, it's either 100% in or 100% over here. I can't be doing this straddling the fence type of thing. Like, I'm not the type of person. So I'm going to give you 100% of my time and whatnot. So, but he pretty much was like, I'll respect your hustle, and whatever happens, you always have a job here. So
look at that.
Gave me a safety net. So I was like, oh, it's definitely time to leave.
Look at that.
They begged me.
Wow.
I gave them a courtesy of like a month. Okay, I'm gonna be going on this day. So instead of some people have a little 2-week, notification and whatnot, I gave them a whole month. They begged me to stay a whole 2 months. So I was like, okay. So I stayed my 2 months, and then it's been about, like I said, a year and I want to say a year and 6 months now. So it's kind of crazy. So yeah,
you did the right. You invested where it's supposed to be, and that's what this podcast is about. That's what this is about: partnering, community, and because you never know just what resources that might be available here. But like you said, when you met with Will, you spoke up and you said, "Hey, I'm doing this," because you didn't have to share your vision. And that's the other piece of it. You have to have a vision as an entrepreneur, and you have to be willing to share that. You know what I'm saying? And so I just to go by what you were saying, bro. When I left Microsoft, bro, that felt like I felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulder. Like it was an incredible experience. You know what I'm saying? But I was just missing a lot of time with the family. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing like this is not a great company. It was like, hey, there was something that was missing in my soul, right? That I was putting in so much time over here, trying to understand this product to help serve other people. But I get home and it's like I'm beat, bro. 60 hours a week. I'm in traffic for 40 hours. You know what I'm saying? 40 hours a month. And so it was like I had to figure something else out. But to take that leap of faith, I mean, it felt so good to, like you said, those small wins, because that little investment is going to go a long way. And now look at us, bro. Look at Two Shy Guys about how we had all talked about how things had started from the whiteboard. You know what I'm saying? And now I didn't even know about that.
Y'all write everything down, say things, make things happen. Like I'm telling you, like you gotta start somewhere too. It's like you can't be thinking that you about to be a millionaire overnight. Like Jeff Bezos and them started all in the garage. Like they started start somewhere. Start today. And the thing is, like, what's crazy is, like, you can read stories about people coming to this country, speaking no English, having no money in their pocket, and becoming billionaires. So you would never have enough money to start the company. You could write things down, but always remember that you always adjust your business plan, because I didn't plan for no coronavirus pandemic. And that shit threw a wrench into my whole entire existence. But either you can crawl into a ball or you can adapt. Yeah. So Jeff Bezos made $1 trillion in the pandemic, so I'm going to sit here and cry about it? Yeah. So you better adjust your plan and boom. Like, you know, as long as you keep on adjusting your business plan, the sky's the limit.
Man, you've been on fire today.
Yoga flame.
Straight brought that Phoenix heat, you feel me? Because you definitely, how to know your worth, because if you can go in there, hand in your resignation letter, get calls to say, hey, can you come back and CEO, work half-time for full-time pay, and they couldn't promote me, that's how you know you're making the right moves and right decisions. And how do you make sure that you're making the right strategic moves, as you said, when you're trying to pivot or do different things in the business to adjust to different plans or just adjust to the current environment of what's actually going on as well?
Yeah, it's all about, like I say, you just gotta you kind of gotta see what you're winning. Like to me, honestly, it's like, so like the whole audio engineering game, like, you know, I make beats, you know, I'll record people, I work with artists, podcasts and everything. So sometimes my beat sales won't be as fire. So either I can sit there and dwell upon those beat sales, or I can sit there and like, you know what, let me reach out to some random podcasts to see if they need my services. Because again, if I already know all these skills in this area, one skill can be applied to multiple areas. So you got to think that you can't just be focused on just one thing. It's multiple things out there that you're good at. Everybody's good at multiple. I'm pretty sure everybody can walk and chew bubblegum at the same. Some people who can't. I don't know who can't, but some people, you can do multiple things at once. But it's all about just being, like I said, able to adapt. I said this is just it's all about adapting, because like what's not working for you in one area, there might be an opportunity in another area. Like, or if one door is closed, a window's going to be open. That type of mindset like that.
That's key, man, and having that focus and that belief, because like you said, it's going to be days it's just not working. And if you're not passionate about it, or if you don't have something that's going to anchor you to what you're doing, like your why, you were like, yo, I'm doing all this work. I'm putting in the work. I'm getting up early. I'm missing out time with my family, friends and family to do what? And you're not understanding my value? And I'm saying that's unfortunate for the black community too, because we're very skilled, man. And sometimes
highly skilled.
If we're not in the right systems, wink wink, right? Then you don't get the full value there. And you don't even feel like you fit in, unfortunately, right, in some of these spots. And so you having to make your own is what a lot of us have had to do. You know, our ancestors had to make our own, you know what I'm saying? And that's just entrepreneurial spirit. I think that's just in all of us, but some of us suppress it because they get comfortable, man. That's what I think, you know what I'm saying?
But like, we are victims of what have happened from history, you know what I'm saying? Because we were slaves. We got freed. We got businesses. We build it up. Black Wall Street. We sustaining our own economies. We are able to circulate our own money. And you know what? It gets destroyed. Or new measures are passed where we can't do certain things. And guess what? Now we have the segregation. That's no more. So at that point, we're kind of relying on other people. So I'm sure that we have lost that entrepreneurial spirit. It seems like it's kind of trying to come back up and creep back up, and it's starting to hopefully pass down to future generations. But you're the promising example, Marcus, you as well, Al, about it's okay to do your own thing, and we will make it work, and don't just look down on it or frown upon it. That's how you become exponentially wealthy and creating generational wealth, not just being rich for yourself.
Exactly. You gotta leave a legacy. It's all about leaving that legacy, because again, like, you know, even though if I'm not doing good now, the business might pick up like 50 years from now, and then my family's pretty much set. Like, they cool. Like, I got my own company, they can run it. So it's like you gotta start somewhere. Like, you gotta break that cycle. Like, you can't just sit there and dwell upon it. Like, I don't know. It's all about taking that first step, and everybody should believe in themselves. So
wow.
All right, before we start wrapping it up, is there any parting words of wisdom or any one thing that you would say that you would like to give the audience, just from off the top of your head?
Yeah, I would just say, just believe in yourself. Just like if you're working for somebody else, just try to, you know, learn about the business. You know, it's okay to ask questions and stuff, because like if you're cool with being in position, because everybody wants to always get paid more and get to that next level. So you should always ask questions, figure out what everybody's doing, and then figure out what you're good at in life, and then monetize it. Because if you're good at, you know, doing hair, doing nails, playing video games, you know, just doing random things, you know, monetize everything, because everything is valuable. People made billions of dollars off the pet rock. Like, you can sell anything. Anything is possible. Like, and use the internet. Internet is free. Like, it's so much YouTube knowledge out there. Like, everything can get Googled, but just like I said, you got to start somewhere and just do the research first, and then from there, ask questions, and
keep going.
That's all I can say. Just keep on going. It's gonna be a lot of bad days, a lot of good days too. But again, you have good days at corporate jobs. You have good days at the self-employment jobs too as well. So it's a balance. So
there's gonna be naysayers too. So
don't
let them detract from your vision. Because
what do you see in terms of like your support system? What keeps you going?
Oh yeah, so pretty much like people like y'all, like it's like repeat clients, like I said, or new friendships too. Like not just clients, new friendships. And y'all some cool brothers. Like before this, like I just knew Will, but now I got 2 more additional friends that I could kick it with in Washington. So just kind of I would say just hang with people that have the trust in you, because again, it could be people in your family that do not believe in you. And it sucks to say this, but you can't be hanging around them, because like they're gonna pull your dreams down. Like hang with people who has the same exact vision as you, because they gonna believe in you, and then from there, like, it's just gonna grow.
Wow.
Yeah, and before you go ahead and shout out all your businesses, you gotta have the disclaimer, just because we're all professional black men, some of us. So whatever that person is selling, or whoever the guests come on here and promote, that is just their products. We are not promoting it. We just want them to share their platforms, and you can check it out for your own use. That's the asterisk after that.
Fair.
So go ahead.
Oh yeah. So again, if y'all want to figure out more about me, my personal page is American Dream 3 on Instagram, or Marcus Hughes. American Dream is American spelled with a K in there, so American Dream 3. And then on that profile, you'll find out MarcuCertified, which is my producer page, and my producer audio engineering page too as well. So you can listen to my beats or listen to samples of my work on there. And then for my other page I have is the Smoke Cyclone, which you can check that out too as well if you're of age and in an area where it is legal to indulge into some recreational activities. Check me out. But other than that, though, that's about me. Thanks again for having me on the episode. I feel very humbled. And if you guys don't like it, like what I'm doing, please let me know. The audience and fans, thank you too as well. So let us know.
Always give us feedback and reach out to us and let us know, because we might be looking for having you on the episode, or hearing your story, or understanding what your dreams is, and so we can make that connection between people.
Yes, sir.
As always, we appreciate everybody listening. Shout us out any point of time. Look us up on podcast 2 Shot Guys a Mile High. Follow us, like the content, love the content, share with somebody special, share with anybody. It's your boy P-Wil, Drip Chronicles.
It's your boy WB, come fly with me.
It's your boy Al Digger, Al, the architect. Love y'all. Appreciate you listeners.